Shalom, I'm the brother Quatazab Sayan, coming back through the spirit and power of Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai with another lesson. But before I go on, I want to say Kal Halal Yamla, Yahweh, Basham, Yahweh Shai, Basham Reka Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us the truth and who rule well. Peace and salutations unto the Akim that is spread around the four corners of the earth, spreading the spirit and sincerity and the truth. Shalom to the elect of Israel, Gan Akim. So today I'm coming back with a quick lesson about how the enemy is making a trench right about us, you know. So with this trench, they're closing in on the Hebrew Israelites, you know. Let me read the scripture. This is Luke 19:43. For the day shall come upon thee that thine enemies shall cast a trench about thee and compass thee round and keep thee in on every side, and shall lay thee even with the ground and thy children within thee, and they shall not leave in thee one stone upon another, because thou knowest not the time of thy visitation. Gone. So if you go into that word trench, let's go into the word trench.
Strong's G 5482, Charax. Charax.
Charax. In the outline of biblical usage says a pale or stake, a palisade or rampart, pales between which earth, stones, trees, and timbers are heaped and packed together. Gone. And this is a picture of that. You see, palisades is like a wall. You see? And with a ditch in it. So they compass us round about. They're closing in on us, you know. They're keeping us detained, contained. Gone. And how are they doing that right now? Now they're zooming in on the truth, man. You know, all the people that speak truth, they're so-called conspiracy theorists. And that word conspiracy theorists, that was made by the CIA, you know, to shun these people that come with critical thinking. They don't need people like that. So they made this word, conspiracy theorist, just to shun the people, just to put you in a category and how you call it? Discredit you. You see? But now they're zooming in on the Hebrew Israelites, because I had a playlist with a whole lot of videos from the elders, you know, or from brothers that were wise in the spirit, that had many years in this truth, and now all of a sudden I can't find them, you know, because Esau's busy. Esau's busy with getting the truth out of the internet. You see. And that's how they start. That's how they're closing us in, you know. That's how they're zooming in on us. That's only the beginning, but it's going to get far worse to that. You know, we're going to head into Jacob's trouble. We're in the beginnings of Jacob's trouble. We're going to head into martial law, you know. But now they're starting with silencing us and zooming in on the Hebrew Israelites. You know, it's so-called the truthers and so-called people with critical thinking. That's the people they're blocking, but you know, we know that they're coming after us. They're zooming in on us. So, knowing that time is coming upon us, then you should think, did you give the flock enough pasture, man? Did you give the flock enough pasture to go through the Jacob's trouble that's about to hit? You know? Let's go to Psalms. Because this truth is like pasture. This is Psalms 23:2. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. Gone. So these scriptures, they represent pasture, you know, because it's food for you. Because the people, as I just said, feed my flock. And what does the flock eat? What does the sheep eat? They eat pasture. So you gotta feed them enough so that they can go through Jacob's trouble. And you should think that you give them enough prayers, that you give them enough precepts, that you give the flock enough examples, because as a teacher, you should try to be amped to teach, that you should season your teaching with salt. You got to know who you're talking to, so you got to come up with some examples and the precepts, because precept should be upon precept. This is Isaiah 28:10. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little. And let's go into that word precept. Which is tazawa, tazawa. Which means, outline of biblical use, it says command, ordinance, oracle, meaning dubious, used in mocking, mimicry, or Isaiah's words, and thus not a true defined command. But if you go to the Strong's definitions, it says commandment, precept. So precept should be upon precept, commandment should be upon commandment, because all throughout the Bible you can link scriptures with each other, So you should think that you give in the flock, that you give the audience, that you give the brothers enough precepts, enough examples of these commandments, And even you should think about that you build up the faith enough by showing them Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai's judgments, because now this earth is filled of his judgments, the plagues that he sent upon the earth. He's going to start at the house of Jacob, all these deaths of these Jacob descendants, and the deaths of our enemies, We have been uttering this for a while now, and we have been sentencing these people. Everybody that walks past camp and hears this word, he's being sentenced. And then the judgments follow, And you also have all these chariot sightings, that you show Israel all these things, that you edify the Jacob descendants. Let's go into, let's see, 1 Thessalonians. God. This 1 Thessalonians 5:11. Wherefore, comfort yourselves together and edify one another. You see, you need to teach one another, show one another these things that you're seeing around you happening. These judgments and these chariot sightings, all of these exciting things. God, let me read again. Wherefore, comfort yourselves together and edify one another, even as also ye do. Let's go into the word edify.
Strong's G 3618, oikadameo, oikadameo.
Kadameo. And the outline of biblical usage says to build a house, to erect a house, to build, to restore by building, to repair, repair. So this word edify means to build. Did you build the faith of the flock enough by showing them these judgments, showing them these things, showing them that we're in the last days, Let me close it off with the infamous scripture. This is Amos 8:11. Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Gone. So there's going to come a day that we can't link up with the flock through YouTube. We can't link up with the people that we are trying to edify through internet, because the internet is going to be censored. You know, you're not going to be able to speak the truth. And that's step one. And the second step is that the men of the Lord are going to be persecuted, so we can't go onto the highways and byways. So they're not going to find us on the highways and byways anymore, man. So, Lord willing, this video was edifying. And I want to say, Kal Halal Yamla, Yahweh, Basham, Yahushai, Basham Rekakudash, Shalom Hakim.